A very good evening. I'm Anthony Hudson. It's great to have you with us at the Adelaide Oval. You're with us today for a pre-season match between Port Adelaide and Collingwood. With nothing on the line, it'll be interesting to see how these teams approach this match. We're about to find out what's changed since last we saw them play. Here come the teams. I'm joined by Daniel Harford. Great to have you along, Harf. How do you see this one unfolding?
Thanks, Hutto. I like the power. If in doubt, go with the home team. This match was played at a neutral venue. I think you'd have to toss a coin.
Thanks, Harf. Time to find out who's kicking to which end. Rank outsider Collingwood led minor Premier Port Adelaide by 23 points in the third quarter of their Football Park qualifying final in 2002, before a strong challenge from Port narrowed the margin to 9 at the final change. The two sides traded goals in the last quarter before Josh Franco squandered a chance to cut the margin to a point with 5 minutes to play. Leon Davis's goal, with almost 27 minutes played, proved decisive. The Pies holding out the power for a famous 13-point triumph and the right to host a preliminary final. The final scores 16-12 to 14-11. There were some interesting things said during the week, but now it's time for actions. Sweet wins the hit out. How will the umpire see this? Look at the distance on that hand pass. Kicks to space. Cameron, great body work. Schiltz, that's skillful. McStay got to the right position and hung on.
They're happy if he can halve the contest and bring the Crummers into play, but those hands are looking sticky.
Heads towards goal and does not let them down.
The Pies will charge full price if you let them move the ball with that sort of ease.
The Pies on the board early. Cameron wins it out of the centre. Dacos, Harrison couldn't get a disposal. DiMattia, a bit of a panicked handball. Cameron, Cochrane squeezes the kick. Crisp, dangerous to leave on his own. Dacos, Membry. The goal umpire doesn't need to work for that one.
Well, they make no secret of the fact they set themselves to start well, and they've certainly done that today.
The Pies are up for this. It's a great start. Cameron, the winner there. Dacos, can he find a teammate? Alia makes good contact. DiMattia, Membry, steadies, drop punt, goal!
The Power are on the back foot. That was possibly a bit too easy.
The Power will be hearing alarm bells right about now. Sweet showing his skills. Rosie, Butters, McKinlay sets it up to a dangerous spot. Cochrane, terrific forward pressure. Crisp, will the umpire pluck a free kick? And we will do it all again. Cameron wins it down. They have a good understanding, those two. Big chance here. They need it, but he's missed.
They're lucky they haven't been made to pay for that turnover. They really should have been.
Dacos, tasked with the kick in. Maynard works hard to present. Finds himself in space. The Pies showing some good signs early. Crisp with a chance to relieve the pressure. Clever kick. Membry has got loose. Maynard all on his own. Careful ball movement. They're moving the footy well here. He's made a hot start to this match. Schiltz makes position. Just has to hit a target. It's come unstuck. Lowers the eyes. Good work rate. Doesn't often waste it. Rosie has found some space. Radagalia gets his kick despite the heat. Quality delivery by foot. They could almost have raffled it. That's well played. What's he got on offer? Picking their way through. Dacos clears the area. Schiltz. Not his finest moment. Tidy ball. Punched away. Moore. He's under close attention. He's besieged. They're tackling with great intent. Good ruck work. Rosie. Drew. Kicking for his first. He's rushed to behind for his own team.
I can't work out the thinking there.
Dacos to bring it back in. The Pies having a great patch. Holds it up, waiting for an option to present. Harrison on a lead. DiMattia runs onto it and can drive them into attack. Jones intercepts. McKinlay in the clear on centre wing. That's a good option, and this looks promising. Houston desperate to win it back. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. The two big men do battle. Rosie, Drew. They're moving the footy quickly. Who's front and centre? Dealt with the pressure. McKinlay collects the half volley. This is promising. That's a poor strike. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Moore. Quaynor with a chance to run. Good looking kick. Crisp working hard and being rewarded. They've opened them up here. Their ball movement has been impressive. Hill can keep it moving. Can he hit a target? Elliott. He's kicked it like an arrow.
That was textbook goal kicking. A great way to open his account.
The Power need to get cracking. It's been a poor start. Good ruck work. Dacos dishes it off. DiMattia. They're playing with purpose and poise. Honours the lead. It looks a well-oiled forward line.
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
He can smell a goal from a long way off, but his kick is astray.
They've been kicking well at goal, but that's a real missed opportunity and lets down some good play upfield.
The Power desperately need to shift the momentum. Marshall finds himself in space. What can they muster from the back half? Conservative kick. He's hit up the lead. The Pies forcing them out wide. That's an uncharacteristic mistake. They're on point so far. Quaynor just about had enough time for a cup of tea. The defence is disorganised. Good disciplined defence. Farrell. They need a goal, but it's at the wrong end. The Pies have all the answers. Lipinski. You can see their confidence growing. That's an impressive mark.
He'll fancy his chances.
This will be a close thing. It's good.
2 scoring shots, 2 goals. He'll be happy with that.
The Pies have taken control of it. Sweet wins it out of the centre. Rosie, Butters, Wines, Drew. Well played. What's he got on offer? Searching kick. Frampton making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Gets it to safety.
A few people in the crowd thought that should have been a free for deliberate. They're hard markers.
Dacos to bring it in. Maynard in the clear. In no hurry here. What can they generate? Hamlin read it well. Just needs an accurate kick now.
The crowd will tell the story.
Looking to pull one back. That won't do it.
If they lose this match, bad kicking at goal will be the #1 reason.
Dacos tasked with the kick in. Manages to find a teammate. The Pies are playing some great footy. Houston, the Power are chasing tail. Sweet heads them off at the pass. Can he be the fire starter? That's unusual. They need a spark. Moore with a superb relieving mark at centre half back. Normally delivers. Whitlock takes an excellent grab. Tries a safe ball. Couldn't burst through. They've forgotten about him, and he might make them pay. Durden, desperate defence. And a moment for the players to catch their breath. Gary Lyon is here. Gaz, what are your thoughts on what we've seen so far?
The Power are not going to be able to get back into this match if they don't start winning more of the footy.
Boot to ball, and that's a goal.
They might want to tighten up on him. They gave him too much space on that occasion, and he made the most of it.
The Power have opened their account. Cameron wins the hit out. Perryman, Dacos. The kick is precise. They're looking good. Membry fumbles it. Rosie, ever reliable. Farrell, Marshall, going flat chat. Aaliyah, probing ball. Cochrane doing what he does best. He's run into trouble. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. He's set upon. Cameron with the tap. Dacos. DiMattia. He's stopped in his tracks. There might have been an argument for a free kick there. Sweet wins the tap. Drew. Butters. Closed him down. Another goal and they'll believe. Maynard showing why he's such a good defender. Lipinski has charged into space. And they're away. Perryman all alone in the centre square. Hill marks on centre wing. Membry working hard and presenting well. What a first term they're having. Sweet tries to spike it out of the danger zone. Butters keen to get the ball moving. Good kick. No one can mark. Houston is there in the clinches. The umpire will have it. Sweet with the tap. Butters. He's been accosted. It would be a hard umpire who would ping him for that. Sweet with a deft tap. Butters. He just dropped it. Just had to get it out. Rosie. It's a tough game. Rinse and repeat. Sweet gets his hand to it. Rosie winds, running in support. Some good tackles are being laid. Both sides are hard at it. Sweet showing his skills. Rosie, when one tackle just won't do. The Power are right on the back foot. It's been a torrid opening to this match for them. What's happening down there, Gary?
The Power are flat-footed and lacking energy so far. That needs to change very quickly, or this will not only get out of control, it'll become embarrassing. They're just not getting their hands on the footy nearly enough, and consequently they're asking a lot of their defenders. Too much, in fact. If they can at least stabilise in the middle, then they'll get opportunities to exert pressure. But you feel they're going to have to be pretty efficient to truly threaten today.
Thanks, Gary. As we get going again. Cameron got his palm to it. Dacos, Membry, marks. Will he go the bomb? He's gone! Stripped of it. That's got to be a free kick. Took them on and didn't dispose of it correctly.
Nothing wrong with ambition, but you've got to know your limits.
Wines, presents in space. Holds it up, waiting for an option to present. Maynard, McStay. Jones drops into the hole and cuts that one off. Burgoyne, that's good work rate. Well-weighted kick. The Power are out of trouble. Doesn't often waste it. Quality delivery by foot. Picking their way through. Sees an opportunity and plays on. Drew, he's lost possession. Looking to peg one back. He didn't break stride. A bit of a panicked handball. Drew, clever kick. Frampton ensures that foray will come to nothing. What can they build here? Lipinski with a chance to relieve the pressure. Maynard has found some space. Stripped of the footy. Comes free in the tackle. Good build-up. Houston, they've got time to put the kettle on. Aliyah spoils. Met solidly. The Pies look well drilled. Delivers it inside 50. To Goey. That's a big play. They've picked their way through. The Power have been caught napping.
To put the icing on the cake.
Set sail for goal, but the kick is astray. One behind only.
Gee, he'd be disappointed with that, but he'll back himself to make amends if he gets a chance.
No time like the present. Good thinking and good execution too. They're moving the footy well here. Slowing it down. Rosie on a lead. Lowers the eyes. Georgiades works hard to present. Burgoyne, dangerous to leave on his own. It's become a game of keepings off. Dacos makes good contact. Membry, a whistle for in the back. Tidy ball. Cameron pushes into space and receives the footy. Delivers it inside 50. Dacos, he's plucked it and should have a shot.
The Pies are working harder at the present time and they're reaping the rewards.
Needs it to bend back, but it's not going to.
He did the hard work with a tremendous mark, but let himself down with the kick.
They've set up well for the kick in. Marshall, that's a useful ball. Good work rate. In no hurry here. Honours the lead. Can he hit a target? Farrell makes position. He might have thought about the corridor. He's stolen a march. There are only two ways you can dispose of it, and he did neither.
It's a bad feeling when you know you've been done cold.
Lipinski, whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Farrell wins it back. Great mark. They've opened them up here. Searching kick. Burgoyne finds himself unattended. What's he got on offer? Just has to hit a target. Frampton is there to save the day. That's good vision. Lipinski can keep it moving. Schultz was afforded latitude. Kicks to space. Thumped away. Marshall, you have to be tough to play this game. The umpire says he made an attempt to get it out. Cameron wins the tap. Dacos, crisp. He'll be sore in the morning. They've coughed it up. Will the umpire pluck a free kick? There was no way past that tackle, and we'll have another stoppage. The two big men do battle. Dacos, Dematia, crisp. Cameron getting involved. Throws it on the boot. Punched away. No easy exit. The lift door's closed on him and he's gone.
His annoyance can only be with himself for a lack of awareness. Could look to use the non-preferred here.
He should have the distance, but I'm not sure he has. Let's call it a pass. In he goes.
Poor defence leaving him on his own, and now you'd imagine he'll make them pay.
Snap at goal. Good-looking kick. It's home.
The Pies are building on their impressive first quarter. They've got their tails right up.
The Pies clearly didn't read the script. They were supposed to struggle today. Cameron showing his skills. Perryman, who can run onto this and pump it forward? Butters. Hanley has a way of drawing the footy.
This deserves a goal. Should be a goal.
That's not going to come back. It wasn't his best effort.
Doesn't exactly encourage the midfielders to work harder.
Dacos heads wide with the kick in. The kick was centimetre perfect. He's hit up the lead. You can see their confidence growing. Cochrane, strong grab. Dacos, Dematia. Ball, cries the crowd, and the umpire agrees.
Great pressure there and gets the reward.
Who's front and centre? Frampton. I felt that one from here. A few hearts in mouths for a moment or two. Cameron got his palm to it. Good ruck work and good roving too. Centre square, loose ball. The Power have won it back. He's under close attention. They appeal for a free kick, but will have a stoppage. Cameron has probably got the points at this stage. Dacos. That's a waste. Taking time to assess the options. Durden says thank you very much. Hanley commands the footy. Well done. Not a great kick. One behind.
It's vital to kick those kinds of goals when you're behind on the scoreboard.
Dacos to bring it back in. Manages to find a teammate. Can they get it forward this time? Cameron with a chance to run. The Power are chasing tail. The Pies moving the ball well. Perryman all alone in the centre square. Dacos, Lukosius with the big fist. Radaglia, Farrell, and they can rebound here with advantage paid. Aliyah just about had enough time for a cup of tea. Got to go now. They desperately need a goal. They could almost have raffled it. The Power have been out of sorts. Hanley gets on the end of it. That's great footy.
He could put the finishing touch on a fine passage of play.
Heads for home, not the best strike, and it's hit the post.
He's dead set, got the yips. Hopefully he can sort it out before it really hurts his team.
Dacos brings it back in. Frampton in the clear. Crisp working hard and presenting well. Careful with the kick. DiMattia all on his own. That's a good option, and this looks promising. What's he got on offer? He's been quiet. Houston always look likely. The Power have denied them the corridor. Hill on centre wing is marked. Well played. They've got them on the overlap. Lace out. Great footy.
Someone went to sleep defensively, and I suspect the price will be 6 points.
He's kicked it like an arrow.
They had to be patient, but they were able to pick their way through and eventually score.
The Pies with the past 2 goals. Cameron wins it down. Dacos swoops. DiMattia takes the hand pass. Good disciplined defence. Aliyah, little one to half back. Who's got the wheels?
They'll never hear the end of it if he kicks this.
A chance to extend the margin, but alas, he has hit the post.
I'm not sure it's time to start filling your boots just yet.
And the natives are restless as the halftime siren sounds here. This hasn't gone to plan so far. Time to check in with Gary.
The Pies are winning a lot of the major indicators. Hit-outs, clearances, inside 50s, contested possessions. They're not quite doing as they please, but they'd have to take the foot off the pedal for their opponents to get back into this match.
Good on you, Gary. Thank you. Cameron with a deft tap. Dacos. Can they catch them out on the turnover? Sweet. Good hands. Durden. Terrific tackle. Wines. He hasn't been himself today. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. Maynard. Desperate to win it back. Going for territory. They could be vulnerable here. Normally delivers. Punched that like he meant it. Maynard in the right spot at the right time. Gee, they're playing well. That's skillful. DiMattia has it on a string. Harrison. Ball to be won on centre wing. McKinlay wins the race. Thought his way through it. Unable to get it inside 50. The power forcing them out wide. The Pies have winners everywhere. His field kicking is normally first rate. No one can mark. Closed him down and smothered the kick. That's poor play. Drew. Whatever he's suffering from, it's not leather poisoning. Short pass looks good. Drew on a lead. He might have thought about the corridor. Rosie has charged into space. Horn Francis works hard to present. Can he be the fire starter? Whitlock. Dangerous to leave on his own. Just has to hit a target. Moore got a fist in. Schiltz just shoveled it out. McKinlay in the pocket. Boot, ball, goal!
There's not much this guy can't do, and he's right in the thick of this contest, as he almost always is.
The power on the board first after half-time. The big men fly. Rosie is there in the clinches. McKinlay. Sloppy disposal and a turnover. Schiltz. That's good work rate. They're playing with purpose and poise. Spud Frawley would have loved that one. Attracted a crowd. Their appeals have fallen on deaf ears. Van Vaek got his palm to it. Butters. Aaliyah pounces. Doesn't often waste it. Quaynor couldn't complete the mark. Richards, he's a real pocket rocket. He's generally a good kick. Honours the lead. What's he got on offer? Looking to get it down there quickly. Moore making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Dacos, he didn't break stride. Cameron attracted a crowd. You asked for it, you got it. Could that have been holding the ball? Some thought it was, but not the person who matters. Cameron has rucked tirelessly. Dacos, clean pickup. DiMattia, he's copped some of his own medicine. We've got another stoppage. It's been a great duel between the two big men. Drew, bouncing ball. That's a bruising tackle.
The Power aren't winning anywhere near enough ball, and when they do, they're turning it over. They need a big lift.
Van Vaek wins it. Butters. Drew, you can't question his commitment. He's had little impact so far. They're playing for keeps. Drew, he's only had the one inside 50. The kick is precise. They've moved it well and given themselves a good look here.
Can he right the ship for them? Their kicking a goal has really let them down.
He won't threaten the goals with kicking like that, but he has at least managed to score.
Some good work to create that shot on goal, but unfortunately, the finish let them down.
Long with the footy. Houston makes position. Searching kick. Lukosius wins it back. Great mark.
They're happy if he can halve the contest and bring the Crummers into play, but those hands are looking sticky.
Drop punt. That'll be a goal. Never in doubt.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
If they can get the next, it'll make things interesting. The big men fly. Dacos, he's everywhere at the moment. McKinlay mops that one up. He's run into trouble. Dacos wins it back. There goes the kick inside the 50. Punched away. Marshall charges onto it. Probing ball. McCreary clears the area. Time to turn on the Jets. Dacos has worked hard to present. DeGoey is the target, and he marks. You wouldn't mind playing full forward in this team.
He couldn't believe his luck finding that much space inside the forward 50.
Should be a goal. He's missed. A chance gone begging.
You have to wonder how paid professionals can miss those sorts of goals.
Back into play. Marshall has found some space. Clever kick. Farrell was afforded latitude. Suddenly there's some belief about them. Which way will it bounce? He's gone. Rosie continuing to win the hard ball. They're tackling with venom today. Cameron showing his skills. Dacos navigated the traffic. Stripped of it. He had prior opportunity.
Took too long there and coughs up what could have been a shot on goal.
Farrell. Can he find a teammate? Wines. Fumbles it. Aaliyah. Poor hand pass. And they might get caught out here. McStay. He's taken a beauty. Delivers it inside 50. Marshall is a rock in defence. The Power having a great patch. Waiting for someone to come at him. Richards. They have absolutely spifflicated him. No prior, and we'll have a ball up. The two big men do battle. Drew, McKinlay, Rosie, Van Vaek. Incisive handball. Knew where the help was. Sweet. A few players stop, but advantage has been paid. Frampton saves the day again. What's he got on offer? Crisp with a chance to run. I've liked his game today. He's hit up the lead. Picking their way through. Lukosius makes good contact. Long, big tackle laid. He was trying to beat a path to goal, but he was shut down quickly. The two big men do battle. He'll be sore in the morning. No free kick, and they've got a stoppage in a dangerous position. Sweet smashes it out of there. He's a good thing here. He won't miss this. And the commentator's curse strikes again.
There's 5 points gone begging.
Looking for a quick transition. Marshall all on his own. Burgoyne with a chance to relieve the pressure. That's a useful ball. The Power are out of trouble. Burgoyne, the Pies have denied them the corridor. Frampton, we've seen that before. Crisp, Lipinski, kicks to space. Membry, he's been accosted. He probably should have hand passed. The defence is disorganised. It looks a well-oiled forward line.
To make it effectively a 5-goal game.
It's on the way. Good-looking kick. He's dobbed it.
He hasn't had a big impact, but he's still found a way to kick a couple.
The Pies are really taking it to them today. The big men fly. Sweeping handball. De Goey has a paddock in front of him. Schiltz has it within range. Crisp, he's lost possession. Terrific forward pressure. Burgoyne doesn't want to turn it over there. They want ball, but they're not going to get it. Cameron has got on top. Rosie got to get it on quickly. Horn Francis had his name written all over it. They've opened them up here. They desperately need a goal. That's well played. What's he got on offer? The Power need to make inroads soon. It's off hands. Membry, he just dropped it. Horn Francis gets in the way. Rosie, Van Vaek lurking menacingly. Drew, he's got the skill. He's got the composure. He's got the result.
He's doing everything he can to keep them in this game.
The Power having a good third term. Cameron wins the tap. Dacos, when one tackle just won't do. We've got a whistle, umpire's ball. Van Vaek with the tap. Butters, here's a chance to get it forward. Can he be the fire starter? Harrison, he's besieged.
The Pies are getting the ball inside 50 more. It's no wonder they're winning the match comfortably.
Cameron showing his skills. Dacos. Might be time for one more score here. Jones is calm in a crisis. Poor disposal keeps letting them down. Hasn't seen a lot of it. Elliott on a lead.
To finish off the good work.
Not a great kick. Three-quarter time and still anyone's game. Time for the coaches to see if they can will their charges over the line. Time for some more insights from Gary on the boundary.
The Power are really struggling to score so far, and the simple reason is that they're not winning enough ball. They would need to be super efficient with the ball that they are getting, but it isn't sustainable. Whether tactically they try something different at stoppages or they throw someone different into the middle, they've got to do something.
We'll see how it plays out. Thanks, Gary. The big men fly. He's got support. Long. Couldn't burst through. Harrison. Dacos. Schultz. At centre-half forward. McStay is the beneficiary of some fine ball movement.
You've got to be switched on to your opposition's ball movement much better than that. It was all too easy.
He makes no mistake.
He managed to find some space and he was never going to have a problem converting from there.
The Pies are on the verge of a famous win. The two big men do battle. De Goey, if he thought he was getting away, he was sadly mistaken. No one able to clear the footy, so we'll have another ball up. Dacos, long, with a chance to send it forward. He's been called to play on. De Goey with time. Schultz is hard to beat one-on-one.
He hasn't got his name on the goal scorers list yet. Here's a good chance.
He's kicked it like an arrow.
You have to show him more respect than that, or he'll hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Power look at breaking point. Cameron is giving him a bath. Dacos, long, Lipinski working hard and presenting well. This is good ball movement. What's he got on offer?
That's mark number 4, and he's putting together a decent game.
Set sail for home, and he has delivered.
That's what happens when you leave players in space inside 50. It's going to hurt you on the scoreboard.
The Pies, with 3 in a row now, they're playing well. The big men fly. Drew puts his head over it. McKinlay blasts away. Wasn't a great kick. They've turned it over. Can they catch them out on the turnover? Houston. Cameron marks on centre wing. Good hands. Harrison. You can see their confidence growing. Aaliyah is racking up spoils. Dangerous place to lose it. The Pies can smell blood. Radaglia is there to thwart that play. Drew works hard to present. They're moving the footy well here. Clever kick. Elliott with the big fist. And out it goes.
The Power will have no shortage of things to work on at training during the week.
Cameron is teaching him a lesson. Perryman. Schultz. Crunching tackle. Stoppage coming up on the wing. Sweet wins the tap. Rosie. The fans will be happy to see this. The game might be over as a contest, but there's still plenty of intensity. Sweet looking for territory. Drew. Wines. Can he find a teammate? Well played. He doesn't waste many. Moore making his claim for the Golden Fist Award. Hanley. Drew. Harrison with a clumsy tackle has conceded a free kick. Some of the delivery has left a bit to be desired. Perryman has found some space. Moore. Harrison had some assistance. And they're out of trouble. They're a pleasure to watch. Perryman. They're irrepressible at the moment. McCreary. Probing ball. Rosie got a fist in. Aaliyah is cool under pressure. They need a spark. Horn Francis gets the kick away. Richards, he's had little impact so far. He'll feel that one. Farrell, dangerous to leave on his own. That's good vision. Jones pushes into space and receives the footy. Quality delivery by foot. What's he got on offer? Gives it everything. Frampton is proving hard to pass. Moore. It's been called deliberate. He can argue his case, but there is absolutely no point.
The worst part about that is he had a teammate he could have used instead.
No trouble at all.
They've got to find a way to get him into the game. We know how damaging he can be.
The Power need to back that up. Up and generate some momentum. Sweet wins it. Wines. Lukosius. This is promising. Through the centre square he goes. Goes long. They've got it deep. That's great play.
Can he deliver? Yeah, back him more often than not.
The crowd noise tells you all you need to know.
That was reminiscent of Tony Plugger-Lockett, the way he used his body, then went back and put it straight through the middle.
The Power haven't played great footy, but they're hanging in there. Sweet, showing his skills. Harris. Reads the play so well. Good penetration on the kick. Elliott fumbled it like a cake of soap. Hill stripped of it. Kicks to centre wing. Horn Francis. He's taken a beauty. Going for territory. It must be his birthday. Can he hit a target? McCreary working hard and being rewarded. The Pies are out of trouble. Harrison has charged into space. Takes the advantage. Sets a task for the forwards. Berry marks inside 50 and can have a shot.
To give them a glimmer of hope.
They desperately need a goal. He should kick it. He hasn't kicked it.
You can't afford to miss gettable shots against a good side when you're already behind.
Dacos tasked with the kick in. He's hit up the lead. The Pies look well drilled. Schultz has a vice-like grip. And they're away. And that's a letdown. What's he got on offer? Momentum has changed colours. Moore. Thwarts them again. They're playing with purpose and poise. Sees something he likes. Moore with a chance to relieve the pressure. The Pies have been caught on the hop. Hanley, right place, right time, goal.
That's a bit of a freebie. You can't afford to turn the ball over like that.
The Power are not gone yet. Van Vaek smashes it out of there. He'll work all day. Drew, through the centre square he goes. It's a deep kick. In he goes.
From point-blank range.
He's got 4 now.
You just wonder where this was earlier in the match. They're finishing very strongly indeed.
The Pies are stagnant and need to find something. Van Vaek wins the hit out. Winds. Drew in the right spot. Burgoyne. Lukosius. They're putting them under all sorts of pressure. The Power are finishing with a wet sail. It would have been harsh to call that insufficient intent.
The Pies have clearly been the better team, but they still haven't put this to bed yet.
Van Vaek looking for territory. Drew caught. Dropped it like a hot potato. Boot, ball, goal!
On the board with his first, that'll boost his confidence.
The Pies haven't put this to bed yet. Van Vaek wins it out of the centre. Winds. Drew. Rosie. His hand passing is a weapon. He picked his pocket. Gets a kick away. Cameron on a lead. Harrison can run and gun. DiMattia. It's loose in the middle. Quaynor. He's so good in close. Moore. That's in the back. What's he got on offer? It's become a game of keepings off. In no man's land. Hanley with a chance now. He's put it through.
Well, they've given themselves a chance to pinch this match. It would be highway robbery.
What a comeback. Can they muster one more to get themselves in front? Wines. Drew managed to get a handball away. Lukosius. Penetrating ball. Moore may have just saved a goal. Searching kick. Cochrane can keep it moving. Doesn't often waste it. Houston all on his own. That's skillful. This will suck up more time. Harrison under pressure. Cameron. He's caught. The Pies trying desperately to hang on. Cameron looking for territory. DiMattia. Dacos running in support. Concedes ground. Durden desperate to win it back. Sweet. The coach will start pulling out hair in a minute. Moore tries to take them on and loses. A few players stop, but advantage has been paid. It's there!
It might have looked an easy shot, but it's surely not when the game is potentially on your boot.
The Pies were hanging on, and now they simply must respond. Perryman. Harrison needing support. Here's the vital kick inside the 50. Marshall, what more can you say? The aerialists will battle for this ball. Membry clears the area. Frampton has a real turn of pace. Siren! Agony for one team, ecstasy for the other. What a game of football. It was always likely to go down to the wire. What were the main differences today, Half?
The result aside, I think both teams will take plenty from it. It's all about getting minutes into the legs and trying out some different strategies. And I think both these teams are building with confidence towards the season proper.
You get the feeling there'll be a lot said about this one. Thanks, Half. On behalf of Daniel Harford, Gary Lyon and myself, Anthony Hudson, we hope you've enjoyed this match and we look forward to your company again soon.